The angel's visit, a promise in the dark. The world was heavy with waiting. The people of Israel whispered the old prophecies, passing them from father to son, mother to daughter. A Savior would come. A King would rise. The one who would bring light to the darkness, freedom to the weary. But when? It had been centuries since those words were first spoken. Generations had passed. And now the land groaned under the rule of a mighty empire, Rome. Its soldiers marched through the streets. Its rulers taxed the people heavily. Its laws kept them in fear. And worse than the weight of Rome was the silence of heaven. No prophets, no miracles, just the echo of a promise waiting to be fulfilled. In this world of longing, in this time of deep yearning, God moved. In a quiet little town called Nazareth, a young woman named Mary lived a simple life. She was faithful. She was kind. She was ordinary. Then one evening, everything changed. A sudden glow filled the room. The air trembled with something unseen, something powerful. And then there he was, an angel. Mary gasped. She had never seen such a sight. Light surrounded him. Peace filled the space, yet her heart pounded. "Do not be afraid, Mary," the angel said, his voice calm and full of light. "God has chosen you. You will have a baby, and his name will be Jesus. He will be the Son of God, the Savior of the world." The words echoed in her soul. The Savior, the one they had all been waiting for. But how? Mary's voice was barely a whisper. "Nothing is impossible for God," the angel assured her. A long silence. Then Mary took a deep breath. The whole world had been waiting for this moment. She lifted her eyes and spoke with quiet, steady faith. "Let it be as God has said." And just like that, the angel was gone. The room was still. But nothing would ever be the same again. Meanwhile, across town, a man named Joseph lay awake. He was strong. He was kind. But his heart was troubled. Mary was going to have a baby, and it wasn't his. What was he supposed to do? His mind swirled with doubt, with worry. He cared for Mary, but this made no sense. As he slept, a dream took hold. A bright light. A voice calling his name. "Joseph, do not be afraid to take Mary as your wife. The child she carries is from God. His name will be Jesus, and he will save his people." Joseph woke up startled. His heart pounded, but this time it wasn't from fear. It was from knowing. The Messiah was coming. The Savior was near. Morning came. The sun rose over Nazareth, and Joseph made his choice. He found Mary. He took her hand. No matter what came next, they would trust God, because now they knew the promise was real. Heaven had spoken. The Savior was coming. Lessons to remember, kids. God always keeps his promises, even when it feels like he is silent. Nothing is impossible for God. He can do things we never imagined. God chooses ordinary people for his amazing plans. Mary and Joseph weren't famous, but they had a big purpose. Trusting God means saying yes even when we don't understand everything. Mary and Joseph trusted him, and the world was changed forever. Stay tuned for the next episode of this amazing story. If you enjoyed today's story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more exciting Bible adventures.